Hey everyone, it's weekend wind down, and I just realized I forgot to put on airplane mode. So hopefully I don't get a phone call. Nobody call me if anyone's watching. Anyway, nice to see you, Joe. So I forgot to put on airplane mode, Joe. So I'm going to cross my fingers and toes and hope that nobody calls me. So nobody call me. So welcome to Weekend Wind Down with Nancy. I'm Nancy Ganzekaufer, business coach to creative entrepreneurs and coaches and online entrepreneurs and kind of all kinds of business owners. I've been getting phones all week. Hi, Vivian. Hi, John. John, I'm going to try to make it to your 5:30 wine. I know you called it something different. I'm really going to try. Yes, Joe, I need the cheat sheet. I ignored my own cheat sheet. Hi, Kaden. So nice to see you guys all today. I had such a week. I don't know if you guys had such a week, but I made a list of everything that happened this week, and then I'm going to start bringing people on to chat with me. All are welcome. Let's talk about your wins, your hectic life. Hi, Joy. Give me some love, and sharing is caring, as Joe would say. So please share the broadcast if you would like to. I'd love you to. This way we all have more reach. I hope some of you are watching from your phone and we can actually bring you on live. So what am I drinking today? I'm doing red wine again. And you know why? I don't even like red wine that much. It gives me a headache, but it's all I had in the house and I didn't have time to go out and get. So this is, again, Roanoke Vineyard, because my boyfriend is a member of that winery. And it is the red wine blend. And it actually, I do like the taste of the red wine, but I can't drink too much of it because it gives me a headache. So actually, let me lower my volume on my computer and tell you about the hectic week that I had. I hope you guys had a great week. I did have a great week. I'm so excited. My Facebook group called Actionable Entrepreneurs, which all entrepreneurs are welcome to join in. If you're ready to take action, I go in there daily to give tips and tricks and just, talk about life and running a business. It reached 465 members this week. So, woo, I'm so excited about that. Got some great people in there. There's lots of interior designers, there's coaches, there's multi-level marketers in there. There's people of all kinds of business owners in there, which is really, really fabulous. I don't know what that is, Joe. Is that your cheat sheet, Joe? I made my own that I can follow, but I did like yours. Yours was prettier. My Instagram, Nancy Ganzekaufer, at Nancy Ganzekaufer, hit 5,000 this week, which was awesome. I've been building it, I think, about a year and a half. And it's all kind of motivational and little business tips, and it's kind of pretty. We finally got our branding down, and that hit 5,000, so I was really excited about that too. And here's the biggest news this week is starting in January, am the president of the Interior Design Society virtual chapter, and we had our first meeting last night virtually. And thanks to Kaden, my son and virtual assistant, technology extraordinaire, we had no technical issues. So that was a huge undertaking for me. We had about 200 people who opted in to watch the meeting. Some didn't get there live, but if you're an interior design professional, you're welcome to join the IDS virtual chapter Facebook group, and you can watch the replay in there. And Dean from Hans Grohe did a great presentation on It's a Thirsty World. Oh, knock on wood, Caden. Yeah, because we had no technical issues. That I shouldn't say that out loud because next time we will. Hi, Jennifer. So again, sharing is caring. If you can share my broadcast, I'd so appreciate it. I want to do this call-in style today. What other things do we do? Oh, I'm looking to be on more podcasts. So I put a post on my Facebook page and hoping to get all you guys thinking, if you know a podcaster that my information, my business coaching would be applicable for, shoot me a message and let me know. I'm looking to get on more podcasts. And I actually it's the wrong color, but it's called a one sheet. It's all the wrong colors right now because my printer's running out of ink. But it's called a one sheet that I can send to radio shows and podcasts when I want to be on them, in addition to the speaker page that I have on my website. So that was really exciting. Farah, Nancy, what are the dues for the virtual IDS membership? So you have to join nationally if you want to be an Interior Design Society member. You have to join nationally at the appropriate level, and there's different dues depending on what level you join. And the additional to join the virtual chapter is $50. But you can't just join a local chapter or a virtual chapter without being a national member. So if I do what, Joe? I hope that answered your question, Farah. So it's $50 extra over and above the national dues, depending on what level you join. You can go to interiordesignsociety.org to look at all the levels of Interior Design Society memberships, and then you would add $50 to be a part of the virtual chapter, which would be awesome. We're looking to grow it really, really, really big. Joe, if you do, I'm putting together a media contracts directory. Media contacts directory? Okay, cool. I'm going to grab that from you. Okay, and what else do we do? Oh, I scheduled a webinar with Karina Essa, who is a social media strategist and extraordinaire. So that email went out to my list, and it'll be, I think it was posted on Facebook today. So if you need help driving traffic to your website from your social media, you're going to want to opt into that webinar. So that's on my, thank you, Caden, for putting that link into the Interior Design Society National page. The webinar link to, it's a free webinar. We're going to talk about how to drive from your social media to your website. So Karina and I are putting our heads together, and that is Wednesday this coming week. And there's Caden. Oh, good thing. Caden, I can never be without you on my live broadcasts. And what else did I have going on? I started working, the most exciting part to me was I started working with about 6 new clients this week. And that's, I don't know, for any other coaches that are listening, when you're a coach, you want to constantly be helping people. And when you're not helping people, suddenly you feel like, I feel bored, even though you're creating content, you're doing your Facebook Lives, you're marketing, you're socializing. For me, I also have some staff that I work with, but it's just you want to help people every week. So what's awesome is I started to roll out, for people who I've spoken to already, I've rolled out a subscription program where they can talk to me once a month or twice a month, and we tackle all their big business issues. So that's been great this week to start working with all these new clients. So who wants to be the first person to come in and chat with me today? I want to bring everyone in, maybe 5-10 minutes each if you're interested to talk about your business wins this week and your business struggles, and maybe we can help get you off the fence with some of them. One of the things that my clients really struggled with this week is something a lot of people struggle with is confidence, right? Getting confident to charge the fees that you deserve, no matter what you do, or charge for a product that you offer. And it tends to make people pause right before they're giving their pricing. And a lot of people will actually back off their pricing and decide that maybe I should discount it. It sounds like a lot. And what I always tell everyone about that is really it's a lot to your money story, the one you grew up with. And the greatest line is, well, I wouldn't spend that much money on something like that, so I can't believe that I'm asking for that much money for me. And that's what locks a lot of people up. I mean, when I was an art consultant, I probably wouldn't have hired me as an art, like to get art in my home. I was probably more of a buy online or home goods. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but I knew the service that I was providing and the shop at home service and bringing the framing on premise, that it warranted that higher price. And I had no problem asking for it because I knew that the value I was adding to this whole choosing artwork was key to those people who needed it. I even got a call today, which I have to refer out now, to somebody who called my old company, Expressive Living, to see if I could provide artwork. They got my name through a friend, and that company is closed now. So I will refer that out. But I deal with business owners every day, like, how can I justify my fees? How can I justify my price? And guess what? Once you start to get really in touch with how much it takes to run your business, right? It's not just your time. It's like, oh, I'm only worth $95 an hour. No, you also have to have a computer. You have to have a phone. You have to have a car. It goes on and on what you need to actually be available for those customers. And that's often what, makes a little light bulb go off for my customer, like, oh yeah, and you have to pay your accountant, and you have to pay for programs that support your being there at that time, and your education to be able to help that client. So it really is very extensive what goes into making you available for that hour. So it's not just about your hour. It's about everything it takes to get you to the point where you are knowledgeable enough that you're able to be there and that you have the systems in place to be really effective at your job. So, hey, John, you want me to put you on the spot and bring you in? I know your wine event, Facebook Live, starts at 5:30. You want to come in and tell us a little bit about that? Because I think this is, like for my business, it's been a game changer. I mean, I think 2 weeks ago, I actually got a new client from doing these weekly lives because it extends my reach and people want to know you. So I'm going to bring John in. Let's see if it works, John. So John will be able to tell us all about his event that he's starting on Fridays. I was grateful he wasn't doing it at the same time as mine because that would have made me upset. Don't overlap me. Copy me, that's a compliment, but don't overlap me. I hope you're going to get in, John, because I know if you don't, you're going to be nervous about your own show starting at 5:30. It says it's adding you, but I don't see you. Uh-oh, poor John. If he doesn't get in live, I think he's going to be very nervous about going live at 5:30 himself. In the meantime, one of the things that we're working on also, oh, you know what I want to tell you? I don't know, I don't have permission to tell the story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So I do my virtual chapter meeting last night. It was great. It was about an hour and a half. In the meantime, it says no answer from video person. I'm going to try calling you in again, John. So I'm all pumped up. I just did an hour and a half live with the first attendees of the virtual chapter meeting. My boyfriend Richie had a little vertigo, which I've never suffered from. When I started it, I come out of my office, I'm upstairs, I look over the balcony. He's literally sitting on the floor with his head on the couch. It got that bad last night. So I don't suffer from vertigo. So I don't really understand it, but apparently it's like the worst bed spins you could ever have. But it happens all the time. And the doctor had given a medicine for it, but it didn't really take effect. So poor guy really suffered last night. He it seems to be better now. So we're hoping that it goes away and doesn't come back. But I don't know if any of you have ever suffered from it, but yeah, John, I'm trying to bring you in and it's not bringing you in. I don't know why. One of the exercises that I do with my clients is called Your Business in Words. It's the big webinar I did for Ivy Mark last week. And it starts out by saying who you are by giving adjectives that describe you, right? So rather than just saying, I'm a business coach, I add adjectives to it to say what type of business coach. I'm a knowledgeable, focused, and hard-ass business coach. So when I tell people to describe themselves and they just say, I'm a lifestyle coach, or I'm an interior designer, or I sell tiles, I go, but where's your personality in that? And we always want to make sure you put your personality in that. So what's cute about it is a lot of the new people who joined Actionable Entrepreneurs are posting, when I say welcome to all our new members, they're actually posting their business in words, and they're really coming across so great. And that's an exercise you can use on your website, I keep trying to bring John in. I feel bad because, John, are you panicking yet? I'm trying one last time, and then I'll bring somebody else in. Anyone else who wants to come in, if you're watching from your phone, hey, Betsy, I think you should come in. If you're watching from your phone, at the bottom of the screen, there's a little white and green button that has a camera kind of icon in it, and you can press on that, and you can ask to come into the broadcast. And Sharon, I see that you're here. If you're watching from your phone, I'd love to have you in, because I know we never got to schedule our webinar. Poor John. So what I do in order to be consistent and be visible and market myself across a wider range is I do webinars twice a month. I do these weekend wind downs once a week. I post regularly in my Facebook page. Thanks, Joe. And the key really is to make a plan and be consistent. Betsy, did you say you wanted to come in? Oh, okay, I better, hi there. Okay, Sharon or Betsy, if you want to come in, oh, you're here? Do you want to come in on camera? Let's try. I invited you, Betsy. And Sharon, if you're watching from your phone, I can bring you on next. So if you're not watching from your phone, go grab your phone, put it on airplane mode, and then make sure you're on a good Wi-Fi. Make sure your Wi-Fi is turned on and watch from your phone. Turn it horizontal, and you can come in. Betsy's not coming in either. Hey, Joe, could this be because I didn't turn airplane mode on? Shouldn't. I've done it without turning airplane mode on. I'm just always chancing that someone... Holy crap, try later. Poor John's panicking. So weird that this is happening, that you guys... All right, so Joe's going to prove us all wrong, but he's going to be able to come in. Let's see if we can get Joe in. This is my test mode. Joe taught me how to do this call-in show, and he's building his business quite rapidly. Okay, so, oh my God, where's your hat?
Oh man, I forgot I had no hat on.
I don't think I've ever seen you without a hat. How are you?
I didn't realize that until I saw my face on the screen.
So, all right, we're talking.
And I'm wearing glasses.
I know.
So
Did
we
you not
totally
put
got
your
like the whole
contacts
glasses
on?
thing going on. I just got off the motorcycle, came in, barely set up, and saw that you were live. I was texting Kelly. Alice is leaving Dallas and headed on to the out to the airport, so I was on with him. And oh, hey, Chris, do you know Chris Mobley? He's the CEO of Modernism Week. So I was just talking with his social media gal just a little while ago.
So talk to everyone about how consistency is key in growing a business, because you're the master of it.
It really is. Consistency. So with Facebook, they're looking to really become programmatic. So they're looking to look. They're looking to compete with mainstream TV. They wanted to go after news, and now they're actually competing with Netflix. So it's pretty crazy what they're trying to pull off. So you want consistent, and you want to leverage networks, and you want engaging content. You've seen all these people freaking out about like, oh man, you know, Facebook changed the rules on us. They're just making it a little less clutter-free. So they want you being more intentional. They don't want you just posting memes. You'll see memes start disappearing because they don't want just BS on there. They want you doing this. They want you going live. They want you talking with people. They want you really engaging with humans. That would be me not on airplane mode too. And Kelly is texting me right there.
So no texting right now. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
They want to make it more about relationships and more engaging. And that's why I'm definitely going more the route that you're doing with the call-in show, because I want to turn this show more into you're running a business. I want to hear about your wins. I want to hear about your struggles. I know you keep freezing. She keeps texting you.
She keeps texting me. she got a new tattoo, and so she's shooting me all kinds of
Don't
texts
you have
about
a
it.
second phone?
I
Go
don't know if
grab
you
your
know.
second phone and text her going, don't text me right now.
Oh, the other phone, I don't know, has her number on it, but yeah, I do. I've got my multiple streaming phones. Uh, Yeah, Kelly Ellis is a design celebrity. Kelly Ellis, she was just speaking over at Market, Dallas Market. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Um,
did that Facebook Live, what, a week ago now? I think it was a week ago where you had three of the interior design coaches, me being one of them, on your show. And it reached how many people? You keep crunkling and crinkling. What do you have in your hand?
oh,
Oh, it's your
um,
mic.
so it's the
Okay.
microphone. Yeah. Um, so my last check on that one, I think we cleared like 63 or 68,000
That's
people.
incredible. So the three of us,
Yeah.
me included, were seen at least a couple of minutes of the broadcast by 68,000 people.
Actually, I was just looking at the statistics on that one. So, and I was curious. I was glad, hoping I could get on with you. So I was pretty surprised at the statistics, and people ask me why I'm on Facebook and not Instagram. So, can you guess where the bulk of the age group was for the demographics for watching that?
Oh, I'm going to say it's going to be 47 and up.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Because
where the
when I
bulk
teach my
was. It
clients, I
wasn't
say,
even your
if your
30s
ideal
crowd.
client is over 45 to 47, you want to be on Facebook. If your ideal client is under 45 and more in the late 30s, under 30s, then you want to be on Instagram. That's how I train. That's how I coach people. And if you do both, then you want to be in both places.
Yeah. No, people ask that all the time, but in the design industry, that's where the people are at.
Yes.
And then predominantly women.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised by that. But now, again, you're getting those statistics from your business page, but you're broadcasting from your personal page and you're sharing it on your business page. And then you go look at the
Yeah.
statistics from your business page.
Strangely enough, yeah, Facebook, it's a workaround. I don't know when they'll catch that, but for right now, it doesn't. For the people that are looking to sponsor, they don't. Yeah, right. They were worried, is that going to affect anything? It won't affect anything. It will limit the amount of data that I'll be able to see. But yeah. So I stream live from my personal account because I think I'm coming up on 3,700 people on there. And then I take the video URL and I paste it into as a post onto Design Talk Live, onto my
And
business
that's where you
page.
get the statistics.
And then strangely enough,
okay, so
yes.
that's definitely what I'm doing wrong because I just share it on my business and I can never get the statistics. So I have to cut and paste.
Sharing won't
Okay.
yeah, it won't give you the statistics.
You know, here's Farah, the issue is now that your personal page gets more like a 7 to 10% interaction rate than your business page is doing about 3 to 4% right now, and that could actually go down, right, Joe? That it's they're talking about giving more face time to personal interactions. So where do you have more personal interactions? From your personal page. So yeah, I go live from my personal page too. I have 5,000 friends, which is your max. And then as people start to friend me, they'll automatically be followers, which you'll see in your left-hand side column. And once they're followers, they also get notified when you go live, which is the beauty of it. So if I have 1,700 followers and 5,000 friends, let's assume some of them overlap. I'm probably reaching 6,000 people when I go live, or at least 6,000 people are being notified. And then if they happen to be able to watch, but I know I get a lot of watching after. And I don't know about you, Joe, but I have a lot of lurkers. Do you have lurkers?
Oh yeah, no, I was just talking with Rachel about that the other day. So it would feel like when you're on here that like it's the same. I'm always watching your stuff. You're like, oh God, it's Joe again, you know? So it feels like it's the same people. But then you'll clear like 2,000, 3,000, 6,000 people, and you're like, I never hear from those people. Who are they? They're the people that run your numbers up, and they're just not They're not uh,
commenting.
communicating
Well, I
on
got
here.
an
Yeah,
email from
yeah.
someone the other day, and they might even be here now. And I so appreciate it. It was a friend of mine. And she's like, I'm loving your Facebook Lives. I watch them whenever I can, but could you do me a favor and change your background? Because it's bugging her. And I thought, I totally get it. When I move, I'll get like a nice screen. I hate green screens though. I feel like you look pixelated. I don't love green screens, but I'll get something like clean and bright. Right now I'm sitting in my old framing room, so it's carpeted walls and there's a window behind me. But anyway, my point of this is if I got hung up on perfectionism and waited to have the perfect spot to Facebook Live and the quietest spot, and I do have two big lights on me. I've arranged them so I no longer have the glare in my glasses, which I used to have, and I was getting emails that was bugging people, and that was bugging me too. Now you're bright. Now you have a big
Yeah.
shadow behind you. Um,
Oh yeah, I know.
but anyway, like there's a point where you can't worry all the time. I mean, yeah, do I wish it was always perfect? But life's not always perfect. And if I got hung up on that, I would never do a live.
Well, so and that's the other thing too. So, in the world of social media, we increasingly don't trust the over commercialization of stuff. We would uh, a commercially photographed or videoed, choreographed thing. You're like, okay, they're selling me
Right,
something. Facebook doesn't
right,
want that. Facebook is about real connection. It's a network. It is a social network. It's not a business network. That's LinkedIn. It's not here for you to sell stuff. If you do, Facebook wants you to pay for the sponsored
right.
posts. They want you to have the word sponsor on it, because then at least now you can see that okay, this is a commercial, and what you really want to be doing is connecting with your friends. That's the goal
Yes.
here. Um, so, and then as far as your friends go, I say it all the time. There's 1.8 billion people on Facebook, but if you've only got 30 followers, you're just saying the same stuff to your 30
Yeah.
people. You want to get outside of that network, and that's why this right here, like I've got my friends are popping up. Aaron was just on, and then Chris, and then Andrew Joseph is in Paris right
Ooh.
now. So when we shared screen like this, that just introduced you to all my friends and my friends
But of
to you.
course, your friends already know me, Joe.
And yeah, no, now that would seem like it would also be like, oh man, they pop up on the same stuff all the time. I've got 3,000 coming up on 3,700. You've hit your 5,000, and then growing. So of those people, 10% are actually gonna maybe click on to watch, and they're gonna watch for about three
Right,
seconds. Some might stick around for 3 minutes. Very rarely is somebody gonna watch the
right.
entire thing. Um, oops, battery's
Well,
dying.
while your battery's dying, wait, let me look. Gloria Huss. Yes, Gloria, you should be doing your live show from your personal page and then sharing it on your business page. And then if you click on the time stamp after it's over, you click on the time stamp from your personal page, like what time you went live, it's going to bring that up in its own window, and it's got its own URL, and you can copy and paste that URL into your Facebook business page, and that's when you're going to start getting statistics. Joe, my light bulb finally went off. You've told me this 4 times. I finally understand what you're saying, and I think I just explained it. Yes,
About what was that?
I
I
was
missed it.
telling Gloria, yes, she should go live from her personal page, and then she can share it on her business page. But when it's over, she can click on the timestamp of the broadcast from her personal page, open it up into its own window, copy and paste the URL onto her business page, and that's where she's going to get the statistics, correct? Oh, I
Yeah,
finally got it.
yeah. Now if you go to your personal page and you look at the video, and this will confuse people because I've got sponsors. I think I might even have a sponsor watching right now.
Hi, sponsor.
So it'll get confusing because on the personal page, it'll say, 3,000 people watch, 2,000 people watch. on the business page, it's going to say like 46
Right,
people
but your
watch.
reach.
And they'll go like, oh, you're only getting like, yeah, because they watched it there. So when you hit share and when you put it other places, it looks like these smaller numbers. Over here, people watched it 10 times. Over there, in this group, they watched it 46 times. In this group, they watched it 23 times. And so if you look at any one of those, you'd be like, oh, those numbers are pretty weak. I get to see the
Right,
real
it's the
numbers.
reach.
The real numbers are in your analytics. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, Joe, I'm gonna
And
help you out soon because there's a couple of more people, but this is such vital information, right? How people can go Facebook Live from their phones, bring other people in, extend their reach, copy it on their personal page.
I'm gonna throw a curve at you. Have you set your page up as a channel?
No,
Have you submitted that yet?
Because you have to teach me how to
I'll
do that.
send you the link.
You said that to me one other time.
I'll send you the link.
How to do that? Now that's my business page.
So no. So you have to apply. So I'm in the application process right now. You have to prove that you've got a regularly scheduled thing, that you've got engagement, and that you've got a format, and that it's an episode format. So I've not only got an episode format, but Facebook, when they reached out to me on it, were like, hey, you're doing this call-in thing, and that's different. So they are looking to add it as a channel.
Ooh.
So at the top of your Facebook screen, you now have this little, it looks like a TV screen, or it looks like a projector screen. That's their new channel.
On my personal page,
and so
or my
you
business
can
page?
So I know that they open that up to some, so not everybody sees that
Yeah, I
new
don't have
icon. But if you go to your personal page, if you go to your home feed, you should see this little icon at the top. It looks like a projector screen, or it doesn't even look like a TV screen. It looks like a projector
Yeah, I don't
screen.
have it yet.
Those are channels, and so I'm following Gabby Bergstein, Murray Forleo, Neil Patel, and Gary Vee.
I want to follow all that.
I'm looking to get my own channel.
I want my own channel too. I need to probably do a better format though for this call-in show.
Well, if you noticed, have you seen the commercials I've been putting together now? So those are again, I'm trying to limit the amount I hit share, but I'm not doing like your rando posts. Now I'm doing commercials and episodes
you're
only.
more creative than me, that's for sure. You know what? Let me grab somebody else, because I know John Tedesco is doing a similar show in about half an hour, and he couldn't get on before, so he's probably freaking out, wants to test it. And I know Betsy wants to get on, so I'm going to...
Does he know how to test those privately? Have you shown people how to go private?
No, the other night we were chatting
how we did
at 11 o'clock at night on messaging, and I told him he had to do it from his phone. He didn't even know that, John. So hopefully...
Well, we did the A/B testing ahead of ours.
Private
when you get a chance afterwards, we'll go through that, and that way you can teach your group how to A/B test privately.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's just changing it from public to private and then trying to bring one person in. He said on me mode. All right, let me try to bring him in, and then I'll bring Betsy in. So I love that we give everyone a Facebook lesson every week on how to extend their reach. So thank us by sharing, guys. Sharing is caring, as Joe would say.
Yeah, sharing
Share
is
our
caring.
broadcast so we can extend our reach. And I'm going to do it this week. I'm going to copy and paste the URL and make sure I put it on my business page so I can see.
Well, you should get Nick just liked a bunch of stuff. Nick Slavic has this paint company, and he does a paint talk show, and the guy is killing it. Good job,
nice,
Nick.
Nick.
The dude is getting like thousands of views. I think the one, I don't know where he's at with the one, but the last time I checked, it was something like, I think he blew past like 30,000 views.
Oh.
So a share from Nick is gold.
Did you share, Nick? Did you share? A little pressure there.
Nick is awesome. And then I encourage you to hit share on his stuff
would.
too.
If he shares mine, I'll share, right?
just a straight up
So,
cool
all
guy.
right, cool. All right, Joe, I will talk
Yeah.
to you soon when you're going to teach me how to become a channel.
Yeah, and
I
exit
will.
me out so that it gets
All
the
right,
next
great.
person
Talk to you
easier.
soon.
Okay.
Bye.
All right.
All right, John, we're trying you one more time. I'm actually going to try to bring you into camera. Joe's so great. He always teaches us something new. He's teaching me all the time. He's truly shares how he has extended his reach, which has helped me so much, which is why I like to keep helping other people and teach them what I've learned. So I'm trying to bring John in again. I hope he's successful because I know how nervous he's going to be if he's not. And Farah, I believe you had asked another question. Hey, Nick. Hi, Donna. Oh, my cousin Donna's here. And who knew people liked paint so much? I want to see. I got to tap into your show. Thank you for sharing, Nick. I appreciate it. This is a call-in show where we talk about business, business building, marketing, extending your reach, and the tough things. So Farah, I just wanted to go back to the chat, which is why my finger's up by the screen here, because you don't need YouTube, but I always download these weekend wind downs and I upload them to YouTube, and I upload them in an audio version to Podbean so that people can find me in other places if they don't catch it and they don't have to go down my Facebook feed, and that's been working nicely for me. I don't know why John can't get in. Let's see if I can get, oops, hold on. Here I go again, messing up I'm going to see, Betsy, you still ready to go live? Let's see if we can bring in Betsy. See, if Joe can get in, I know you guys can get in. There must be something. Are you hitting I'm inviting you in, and then you have to hit add yourself to the broadcast. But it doesn't seem to be working. Oh,
all right.
Hey, you got in. So explain.
You know what?
What?
Can you hear me? I had to rotate my phone to go live.
Yes, I did say go horizontal.
Right. I because you know where I am without going into detail, so I couldn't get the whole everything that you said.
Okay, so yeah, maybe John, maybe that's part of your problem, but I think you knew that because I sent you the cheat sheet. Go horizontal. If anyone wants to private message me your email address, I will send you out my cheat sheet. And Joe, obviously, he put his cheat sheet, which is prettier than mine. So mine just gives a little bit more bullet point version. So how are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing great. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
So I'm trying to figure out how to adjust the phone. It's like I'm holding it now, so that's why I'm so shaky.
Yeah, I have a tripod. I set mine up. I have one of those tripods with the flexible legs, so I can actually wrap it around my computer.
Okay, well, guess what? I don't have one.
All right, we'll keep you on till your arm gets tired. So tell us about business, good stuff, and maybe still some struggles that you have going on.
No, business is well. There's always some challenge in work that you just have to, go through and get through. And no, I don't have a drink because I'm actually.
I know. I'm sorry. I know you're still at work.
Good. My private clients are really great. Doing a lot of work. I just finished installing a huge art installation and accessory installation, and they're actually adding a lot more art.
Oh!
So I'm like thrilled. Yeah, we're doing 2 guest bedrooms and a little bit of work in their master bedroom, and then they want me to do the basement. So I haven't even been down there. I don't even know what it looks like.
The gift that keeps on giving. That's so nice. I mean, yeah, just so you guys know, and I'll let Betsy introduce herself a little bit better, but Betsy is an interior designer here on Long Island, and I used to be her art consultant, but then I turned business coach and art consultant, and then I shut down the art consulting side, and then this fabulous job comes along with a ton of artwork and accessories, which I used to do also, and I so kindly and wanted to pass it to Betsy and Etc. Arts for Anita to handle, which she's a great art consultant here on Long Island as well. And I'm happy to be doing my coaching and passing it on, but it does hurt a little bit that it was such a big job.
Yeah, well, you did a really great thing, and so it'll come back to you a million times.
Absolutely. It's already coming back to me. So tell everyone what you do and where your specialty is.
Okay, I transform and revitalize the soul of, and that's basically what I do through interior design. I know I'm shaky. I'm sorry. I have no choice right now, and I love interior design. I've been doing it since I'm 17. My dad was, and probably still you would say, is an architect, so I used to sit at home on the weekends and watch him draft the good old-fashioned way on his drafting table. And I've had a pencil in my hand since I'm 2 years old. So
Wow.
it's always been a part of my life, and will always be. So
What I love about what you do is different. Every interior designer does their consults differently. And in my group, Actionable Entrepreneurs, there are a lot of interior designers in there, and they share information. What Betsy does is has like a carbon paper where she actually can walk around, because she's got that artistic, artsy side, and that you're such a good drafter and drawer. You can actually walk around the house, draw pictures, show them where everything would be, and in your consultation, you can actually hand them like a draft.
I leave them a copy. They're actually, that's showing your age, Nancy. It's a carbonless sheet.
Fine. Listen, I'm proud at 53, and yes, I still say carbon copy. What's it called?
It's just a carbonless sheet of paper. It's 2 sheets of paper, but they're carbonless. So as your goes right through the other sheet, I usually leave them the original, and I keep the copy. So it doesn't matter, It has my logo on it. It has my contact information on it, and it's on graph paper. So
that's good.
The key to it, because I can pretty scale, 1/4 inch scale with the graph paper. It just gives me a straight line, and I do it quickly and efficiently that way. And if I want to sketch a drapery treatment or a furniture layout, it's fast. People love it. They really love it. They feel like they're actually physically getting something before you leave their home. So the money that they're putting out, they have a copy of it. It's a great little tool. I actually learned it from another designer I used to work with in Florida. And at the time I thought, what is the point of this? I kind of, I thought it was silly, in fact.
Right.
But the more I thought about it and used it with her, I thought, this is a great idea. And I always kept it in my mind. And I moved back to New York, and so I use it.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. When we first started talking and you said you had the ability to do that, I was like, wait, what?
No.
We need to add this into your consultation, because that adds, so when you're charging your initial consultation fee, that's such a difficult thing for a lot of interior designers. It's a little, it's hard for you too, I know sometimes, but now you're like, you know what? They're getting something solid from you besides your solid ideas and your intellectual property, which is what everybody gets when they hire an interior designer. You actually have something. People feel better when they have a piece of paper.
That's the key. That's, I think, the key phrase that you just said, the intellectual property. That's the key that most people who have not worked with an interior designer before don't understand. And I think it's critical to explain that to them somehow in that initial phone call. If you can impress upon them what that is and what you do, and how not so much how you do it, but that it's your gift that you're giving them, that your knowledge, all my years of knowledge, to be able to, to be able to give them that information firsthand right there in the home, so.
Yeah, like Allison is saying,
now
that's a great idea.
They're all going to take the idea and run with it. Yeah.
You know what? That's okay. You know me. I don't believe there's competition in this world in general, because people hire people who they trust and they like, and they relate to their message. And Allison will do it completely different from you do, and the people who call Allison will be different people than call you. But I love when I get copied because that means I'm doing a good job and people think that they want to do what I'm doing, right? So that means that
Think of the time that you're saving by doing that. Everything is being done instantaneously in the house, right then and there. You don't have to leave the home and spend, drive home and then think about it really anymore. They make the commitment to sign on with you. And you should not be having to put all these notes together in a format anytime before they sign on with you. Ridiculous.
right.
And a waste of your time. And if you're wasting your time, then you're losing money. So,
yeah, I agree. And you know what? It's true. Not everybody can draw, and it
doesn't matter.
But it matters because it could be your notes, it could be a drawing, it could be a list of ideas for them. Any way you slice it, it's carbonless.
Right. I mean, you could be listing paint colors if it's a paint consultation. You could be picking the paint colors, listing them, boom, you just got paid. And you don't never have to think about it again. And you made quick, easy money.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if you're an interior
designer, it's not really quick, easy money. It's still that you've been there for 2 hours, but you don't have to go home and rewrite your notes and then type an email.
Right. And then and the potential is there for them to call you back to get a bigger job out of it.
Right.
So, and then I think that as far as not being able to sketch something, I always have in my arsenal and my supplies pretty much in my car at all times a window treatment book that's very, very basic and shows very easy to understand pictures in color, some are not in color, of what specific drapery treatments are.
Mm-hmm.
I always have a couple of tape measures in my car, and I always have paint swatches. Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, Frazee, however you want to say it. I always have those in my car at all times, and also my window treatment. I do that too. So I have the actual window treatment books in my car.
Great idea. You know what? I love when people think that interior designers' lives are so glamorous. No, I mean, they have to look the part, but they're schleppers, just like, you guys are schleppers. You're bringing in, you're carrying in lamps and carpet samples and paint samples, and it's crazy how much you actually carry around.
So hi, Debbie. Debbie's watching.
Hi, Debbie. I'm not looking at the comments right now.
So yeah, I mean, I think that I always, over the years, just accumulated those things that I carry around with me that I find that work, and I change them as I need them. But so I need.
Yeah, you're right. And Allison's saying it's like a traveling showroom. It's exactly what it is. I have never, ever seen an interior designer that has a perfectly clean car. Actually, I do know one. No. One of my very good friends.
Why does
why?
Car?
You know what? I got to ask her. I got to get her on one of these. She said to me she was going to go on last week's Weekend Wind Down, and she didn't make it. But yeah, she drives a convertible BMW sometimes in the summer. I'm like, okay, how does an interior designer have such a clean car? Like, where's all the shit that you're supposed to be carrying around? But I think, you know what? When you get to a certain point where you rely on your suppliers, your network of people. Like I was not consultant and accessories, so you guys didn't have to carry all that stuff. I would carry it in. If you have a window treatment person, you're bringing in your window treatment person, so you're not carrying all that stuff in. Right. So at some point, you're giving it up to your suppliers, which really once you get to a certain level, you don't want to be schlepping, and you want to rely on your network of contractors and trusted sources to do all that schlepping, because that is their business.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, there's a fine, you have to just keep in mind. I mean, certainly don't fabric books with me. That's just way too much.
Yes.
And you want to have that much information on hand instantly. You want to capture them somehow. And then, whatever, however you do that, whatever language you use, or whatever little bits of information and tips that you can give them to capture them, come on board with you. I mean, I think that's the key.
Yes.
And then you can go full blown with a full design job. Yeah.
So talk to us about your marketing plan that you have been starting to develop.
Well, I have a virtual assistant, and she and I are coming up with a plan that's going to start and be implemented February 1st.
Nice.
So we're going to go full blown with Facebook, social media marketing.
Good.
So I'm kind of in the throes of working on that out with her. I have done a few lives, as you know. Remember when I did the store renovation? And so I have 2 or 3 lives that I think I would like to repost somehow. And
you can.
Yeah.
You can. I'll show you how.
That's my coworker.
Oh, okay. He's like, get off the phone. All right. I have time for one more person if anyone else wants to come on. So I'm going to bump you off and let you get back to your work there.
No, I'm out of here.
Oh, good for you.
So,
okay.
but
you can actually enjoy your Friday night. Doing anything fun?
Thanks. Don't know yet.
Okay. Gotta go home and figure it out. So, all right. So I will talk to you soon.
And something else started early today.
Say that again?
It's my birthday weekend, so maybe I'll start it tonight.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't know
Sunday.
that. Yeah. You're like, yeah, thanks.
Counting backwards.
Yeah, me too. I'm
All
counting backwards too.
Hi,
All right.
everyone.
Talk to you soon. I'm going to bump you out. Bye.
Okay.
Happy weekend, Darcy. Okay, so I have time for one more person if somebody wants to try once again to get on. John, you want to try one more time, even though you're probably getting ready for yours? Or should I end a little early so I can hop on John's if he needs me to? So anyway, guys, these Facebook Lives, these dual Facebook Lives, really the way to extend your reach. So I always encourage my clients to put these shows together. Even if it's, Tuesday tea or whatever it is, it doesn't have to be an hour. It can be less than that. But if you're doing some kind of a joint Facebook Live or a joint show with somebody else, you're extending your reach. John, do you want to try one more time to get on? Let me see if I'll call you in. If you can't come in, you just ignore it. Because I know you're doing your show in a couple of minutes, so we'll see. It's kind of like another testing mode. But anyway, I love doing my weekend wind down. It's definitely one of my favorite times of the week where I get to teach a little bit about what I learned this week. So, one of the things that I always work with a coach. Now, here I am. I'm a coach, but I always work with a coach. And one of the things the coach is saying to us is, and I've been on quite a few podcasts, get on more podcasts, right? So I definitely want to try to do that. Getting on, I just tried to bring you in, John. It says adding, so you should be getting notification on your phone. Thanks, Betsy. Love you too. Please share this broadcast, guys. We did a lot of talk about how to do these Facebook Lives, how to extend your reach. So if you didn't get to watch the whole thing and you're in business for yourself, you're going to want to go back in order to listen in on what we were talking about. On doing it's saying no answer from the live video guest, John, just so you know what it's saying on my side. No answer from the live video guest. So, hey, Darcy, you want to come on? I got to look at my chat. I got to go back and forth to look at chat or to bring you in. She's probably like, no, I don't want to come in this week. All right, John. Well, I hope that you end up going live successfully. I will try to stay here for a couple more minutes and try to jump on your, Betsy's egging you on, Darcy. She said, do it. Do it. If I call her in, she'll freak out. I'm going to call you in, Darcy. You can ignore me, but I'm like a stalker. It says guest declined. Okay, so she can't come in today. Totally respect that. I don't know where she is. But anyway, I'm going to probably wrap it up today. Oh, wait. Now she's saying she wants to be on. Let's see. Or maybe she hit the wrong button and she's going to regret this.
A minute, okay?
Oh, oh, there you are. You just said I can't, and there you are, walking around the streets of New York City.
Yeah, I was picking up my daughter from school, so I was like, "Oh my gosh, I was had like 15 minutes to watch you." So
Oh, that's okay.
I was.
You should go back
So we're
though
just
when you
doing.
can. We talked a lot about how to do these dual Facebook Lives, which I know you're going to be implementing for
Yes.
your audience, and how to
Next
share.
Friday.
Next Friday. What time? Are you
Next
overlapping?
Friday. No, I think we're gonna do noon. We're doing 12 o'clock.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. I want to
Yeah.
try to, I don't know what's noon on my calendar next week, but I want to try to tap in and see.
Yeah, we are trying. We've been working on it in the office, and yeah, I'm excited. A little nervous, but oh, whatever. Like you said, nobody's gonna watch, so who cares?
Okay, so let's explain that to people. So, Darcy and I work together, and one of the things that I said to her is, don't be so uptight in the beginning when you're doing the Facebook Lives, because when I did my first joint Facebook Live, actually, it might have not been joined. Nobody watched. It was literally my son who's still thankfully watching me and helping me. The second time.
Well, you're paying him. He has to.
Yeah, exactly. And the second time I think was my son and my sister. And I'm like, okay, good. No one's watching till I work out all the kinks. So it's funny. So if you're a little nervous about starting these joint Facebook Lives, just do it. No one's watching.
Right.
It's terrible.
Who cares?
But then you start perfecting it, and you get to the point where you're getting, 30,000 views and more.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Hey, folks.
So, all right, I'll let you get to your kids. Just tell everybody.
What wine are you drinking tonight? What wine are you drinking?
I'm drinking Roanoke Vineyard red wine blend.
All right.
It's backwards.
Oh, it's a Zinfandel. Okay, good.
No, it's red. It's a red wine blend from Roanoke Vineyard. I get a headache from red wine, so I don't drink it as fast when it's. But you like red.
I do.
You do.
Anybody out there watching that wants to send me a bottle? Just kidding.
So even though we don't want anyone watching, tell everyone how to watch you next Friday at noon.
How do I do that? Actually, I haven't figured that part out. It's going to be next Friday at noon. It's Friday Favorites with Darcy and Friends. So I already have my designer bestie in California is going to be talking to us about some of her favorites. So awesome. I don't know how to do that, Nancy. Is it just my
They have to become your friend.
Oh, okay. Well, but we're going to send out an announcement.
Yeah, but if you don't know them, so tell everyone how to find you.
Oh, at Darcy Heather, DarcyHether on Facebook.
Now, you send out great emails that kind of give your favorite finds as well, and you have amazing taste. So everyone everyone should opt in and friend Darcy Heather, DarcyHether. Friend her so that you can watch her Facebook Live at noon.
And I'm going to give myself a little shout out because it happened again today. I was at the design center and I walked into a showroom and one of the guys said, "Oh my God, I loved what you did." We did a 12-day cocktail countdown to Christmas.
I loved it.
And everybody has been commenting on it. So if you were looking for a cocktail inspiration, it's on my blog. It's on Facebook. It's all in Darcy Heather New York, which is my business page. So check it out because there are some really good ones. And I do have to say that of the 12 days of cocktails, I think I tried out 10 of them, and they were all very good.
All right, I'm gonna have to
highly recommended.
I'm gonna go print it. I love that.
I didn't come up with the recipes myself, although I did perfect one of them. I went a little bit rogue, but they're very tasty. So try it out.
Nice. All right. So everybody look up Darcy so we can watch her next Friday at noon
Yay.
on her page. So thanks, Darcy.
Thanks. Have a fabulous weekend. All right. Talk to you later.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So I think we're almost at the end. I don't want to overlap with John Tedesco. Otherwise, I'd ask Dean to come in. John, good luck tonight. I'm going to hop on your Facebook Live if I can. I wish you the best of luck. Everyone, I will see you next Friday for Weekend Wind Down with Nancy. I'm Nancy Ganskofer, business coach, and I love to do this call-in show where we talk about your business, we talk about life, and we talk about marketing, right? How to get your marketing, your reach higher on Facebook, on Instagram. And I learned some neat things on Instagram this week from my daughter. So I'm excited to try them out this week, and maybe I'll share them next week. So, all right, I will talk to you guys all soon. Join my group, Actionable Entrepreneurs, if you're not in there already, and learn to take action every single day. Bye. Have a great weekend.